Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Flagrant Talk Sports Podcast. It's me, Zay, here with my favorite co-host, Mr. Moses Firmino.
What's up, everybody?
And today we got a around the league style video, but it's a basketball edition. We were talking about maybe including some baseball, but we decided we'll kick that to its own video on Friday with spring training and everything, kind of give a season preview. So you've got that to look forward to. But today we're touching on contenders in the NBA with All-Star Weekend coming to a close. We'll get games back on Thursday, coming to a close. And then we're also doing a college basketball, our first preview March Madness style, some contenders, talking about some bubble teams, just kind of giving some thoughts on the season. And we'll have a ton more March Madness content in the next month. So there's a lot to be excited for with that. But first, we're starting off over at the NBA, talking about the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference contenders. Mo, who are some that you have got getting ready to go into the playoffs here in April that you would label as contenders?
Out East. I wholeheartedly, at the moment, am not worried that much as a Celtics fan. I believe they are the clear-cut best team in the East. So they are my number one contender in the East, unbiased.
Yeah.
If you watch Hoop, I feel like most people agree that they are the number one team in the East. Second place, everyone is Celtics and the Bucks to start the year, and the Bucks were looking like that team for a while, and then they fired their rookie coach as the second place team in the East. Been a head scratcher, and they have been well under 500 since that point.
Yeah, 3-7 with Doc.
Yes, so the Bucks, man, they were always that team that I was expecting to see in the Eastern Conference Finals if I was a Celtics fan, Celtics player. But now I think any team in the East, depending on path, depending on matchups, has a real shot of making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks are looking amazing.
Yeah,
they're sleepy. I'm kind of interested to hear your thoughts on them. Sixers, obviously, with Embiid status up in the air, probably over for them, even if he can come back. Unfortunately, was not looking good trying to play through it in that Warriors game as eventual last game to this point. So it's an interesting road out East. What do you got for the East, man?
Yeah, so similar to you, this is a non-biased one, but most basketball fans at this point would say the Celtics are kind of in a tier of their own out East. The only real concern I have, because I don't do the whole injuries thing, that's applicable to any team. If Tatum goes down, if Jalen Brunson goes down, if Kawhi, any of that, like those are all obvious. But I think the one concern I have for the Celtics is they are very, very, very jump shot heavy. And while that can absolutely work, they shoot the threes at a very high clip. They like to shoot, long range, pick and pops with Horford and Porzingis, and those are very effective. It does leave you vulnerable as a team that does not attack the rim, a bottom 5 team in the league at attacking the rim. That is the one concern. I still have them as the number one team out East in the league in terms of a favorite to win it. But that is my one, if there's a team that can get them, if they go streaky and they can't knock down their shots, they might end up, a team might catch them on a set of bad games.
We've seen it before. We've seen these game stretches where they can't miss. They're shooting 60% as a team. It's insane. And then next game, they'll shoot 20% from 3 as a team. Tatum and Brown will have a bunch of shots and very few makes. So
Yeah.
It's definitely concerned. Definitely concerned. We do talk about it all the time. Like when we
Yes.
see Tatum drive, he's damn near unstoppable. He sometimes gets in his own head, complains to refs because he fights through contact, doesn't get a call. But when he's attacking with his length, it opens up a whole different world of the Celtics offense that they need to unleash a bit more, which I didn't realize we were that low at driving.
It's low. I think bottom 3. I don't even think it's bottom 5. Like our paint points are very low. And again, it hasn't been they're 43-12. They have a 6-game lead over the Cavs, who are on fire right now. Like they are really good. So the critiques I'm saying aren't meant to just be, annoying, like, oh, you've got to have something wrong here. But it is the one thing with the Celtics that does worry me, but they're 100% contenders in the NBA in general. I think similar to what you said about the Bucks, I just don't feel good about them. I really, really, really don't. The defense is a real problem. They do, ironically enough, remind me of kind of that 2018-19 Celtics team where they had the talent. There was a ton of they easily have all the makings of a team that can win a title. They're not having fun. There's not this joy. There isn't this just look at the Celtics play. Porzingis smiles every game. Jrue Holiday is smiling nonstop. It's not like that with the Bucks. It's weird. You have Doc Rivers, saying, oh, we've got guys who are focused on their trips, their all-star trips. They're not focused on winning games. You have Giannis saying it's been an adjustment, how he's had 4 coaches in the last year and a half or so. So they're just weird. I feel like you have to include the Bucks as a low-end contender because they have Giannis and Dame.
Yes.
But they don't feel nearly as dangerous as we thought. The basketball fans thought they would at this point. It's not like that. So I think the Heat, they're a team you can never count out. And if you are Milwaukee, you do not want that smoke in the first round at all.
Yeah. I don't want that smoke in the first round. I got to be honest.
No one. But
I don't want that. Yeah.
I think the difference is as of now, if the Heat played the Celtics in the first round, I would still take Boston. It's probably a 7-game series. This is no disrespect to the Heat. If the Heat land Milwaukee, as of today, as of right now, if I had to fill out a bracket right now, I'm taking Miami. I don't trust Milwaukee, and Miami's been shaky too, but I know come playoff time what they are.
Jimmy hasn't really been out there, but we know what he does when it matters.
Yeah. Bam has been playing incredible. Terry and Hero are working on their chemistry. Jaime is kicking ass as a rookie. He was a perfect Heat, player out of UCLA. So I feel shaky about Milwaukee. Cleveland deserves a lot of love. Won 9 of their last 10 going into the All-Star break. On fire. Donovan Mitchell, underrated MVP. I really, he's just not getting nearly enough love for sure how good he's playing.
Yeah.
The Knicks, who I've praised a ton the past couple weeks, dude, when they're healthy, because they're doing this without Randall, OG's banged up. When that full team is healthy, with Bojan and Burks now,
it's a tough squad. It's a tough squad. Yeah.
That's a team that could make the finals. And I love it.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
With that rotate, there's no off time in the game. No. Sometimes, if a bench unit comes in, you can put your bench unit out there and kind of relax, let your star players rest up. That Knicks lineup, man, it's constant.
No joke.
Worry. Yeah, you can't put a bench unit out there because they probably have the deepest bench in the league, after the trade deadline with the moves they made, up for conversation.
without a doubt.
That team is scary for sure.
Yeah. They're not one of those teams you want to play with. And, you know, for Tibbs, I love all the moves that he has made with this team, because in Tibbs fashion, he basically said, hey, if you can't defend, you're not on this team.
Yeah.
You don't get minutes. I don't care. And it's paid off. You look at OG was the perfect piece for the Knicks to get. Just his defense, his two-way ability. Like, he is a great wing for the Knicks to have next to Brunson, who's a superstar at this point, next to Randall, who's an all-star. Like, it's crazy. They're really good. And then Mitchell Robinson is looking like he's going to be back come playoff time. Like,
jeez.
That Knicks team, like you said, that bench of Hartenstein or Mitch, whatever they go with when he does come back, having Burks, having, you know, you could have Bojan off the bench. Miles McBride has been decent. Like, they just got hoopers. That's a really good team in New York. And then Philly, I feel bad. It's a lose-lose for Embiid. There's no winning, because if he comes back and he rushes back and he gets hurt again, that's the ultimate worst outcome. If he plays and he's crappy, everyone is going to shit on him. It's going to be
back early, but you're hurting the team more than you're helping.
People won't care that he's hurt. They'll see that he's playing and say, oh, wow, like, that's terrible. So you have that. If he doesn't play, people will say, oh, you wasted a season. You did it. When if I am management, I'm sitting Embiid. I'm not risking it.
There's no point.
No, there's not. We're not going to win it.
It's only bad outcomes.
It is. It's not. I know Embiid is going to want to play. He is a superstar. He's a top 3 player in basketball. But you've got to tell him no and say, listen, we're going to have cap space. We've got Maxey, who is now an ascending all-star. He's incredible.
Legitimate, too.
He's a legitimate, too. I think on a contender. Like, that's how good Maxey is.
Yeah.
Can be that Robin to Embiid. But we're going to have money. We can re-sign Tobias on a cheaper deal. We can go spend some money.
I didn't realize how fat his deal was, to be honest. I was looking at it. 33 is a little steep, man.
Yes.
It's a little steep, but
it's like, hey, McCall Bridges is a guy that is perfect for Philly. We can go after him this offseason. Hey, if the Clippers with this year, we can go after PG. We can get that done. So I think that has got to be the pitch for the Sixers. It sucks to lose this year, but that's the cards they were dealt. And it sucks as a basketball fan and as a Sixers fan that's what happened, but that's what they're dealing with.
It's part of the sport.
It is.
It's tough, but
it is.
Every year there's hopes and dreams, and everything's not rainbows and lollipops, as I like to say. But
it's tough. And then out west, one of the teams I'm really curious to hear your opinion out. Do you think the Phoenix Suns are deep enough to win a title with, like, we know how good Durant and Book are, but Beal just can't stay healthy. It's really sucked. Some of those other pieces are decent, but suspect. Are the Suns, would you say the Suns are a contender?
They are a contender, but I'd probably put them in like a tier 2.
Yes.
The top 2 teams I got out west are the Nuggets and the Clippers.
Yeah.
They are just deeper.
I agree.
They've been more healthy. The chemistry's been there. They've been building it.
Yep.
Like you said with the Suns, man, injuries suck. It's hard to just kind of start playing with new guys and expect it to go well. You kind of got to build that camaraderie, build that chemistry. And they just haven't been able to do that. We truly, like, we've seen flashes, games or 2 here or there of the big 3 together, but I don't have enough to go off of. I'm not comfortable saying that they're gonna win the Western Conference, but they're with those three, they have to be contenders. They have to be.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think any team that has Durant and Booker, by default, you have to label as a contender just because they can give you 80, 85 in a playoff game on their own. That's how good they are. So they can not single-handedly, I guess double-handedly, whatever it would be, can get the job done. But it's tough. I think the West is really good. Like that's a tough path.
For whoever, they're gonna
anyone. Like I think, my top team, I know the Timberwolves are hot, and I think the Timberwolves are a contender. I do. But they have had a tendency to blow some of these games where they have control 90% of the game.
3/4 plus. Yeah.
And then it falls apart and they lose. And you're just so confused how they lost a game that they dominated from start to finish. Like, it makes no sense.
That's what scares me about them. That's what scares me about the Thunder a little bit. I said they were a dark horse contender in our other video, but playoff experience is vital. Obviously, Thunder got Gordon Hayward. I thought that was a great ad at the deadline. Add a little experience, add a little veteran, keep the young guys in check when the moments are getting a little bright. But it's a different game, man. Every sport, dude. The regular season, obviously, it matters. You get your standings, you get your records, you get this, you get that. But playoffs in any sport, it is a whole different ball game. So
I agree. Do you think then? I have the Thunder are so weird because I could squint and see it that they run the West. I totally could. They're that good.
Yeah.
But I think my one concern is, like, are they too young this year? Like, it's going to be tough. Hey, you got to get through Denver.
Yep.
If you want to get through, you have to. You have to get through the Clippers. You've got to get through Minnesota. That's a tough team. A Suns team that has Durant and Book. That's not one to just like roll over against. That's a very solid team. The Pelicans are streaky. You don't know what they could be. The Mavericks added PJ and Gafford. So seeing kind of how that team gels. The Kings, who have an MVP candidate who is not at the All-Star game, and De'Aaron Fox, who is an All-Star caliber player who missed out. I just think the West is a tough path for a team like the Suns or even a young team like the Thunder.
You talked about it. Basketball, you got to win 4 games, man. It's not one game come in, anything can happen. You got to win 4 hard-fought basketball games. So that also doesn't help in their favor. If it was 1-game series, I'd give them a higher chance because anything can happen. But being a really good team 4 times, you're gonna have to take one on their home turf. Probably it's tough. It's tough.
Super. Yeah, I would say the league is just loaded right now. I'd say my top 4 teams out east at the moment, I'd say Boston sits atop. I'd probably go the Cavs are too hot for me not to put it 2 right now. They're just playing amazing basketball. I'd throw the Knicks in at 3 as just I think they really are dangerous enough to get it done. I'm putting the Heat at 4. They have to. I'll put the Bucks at 5. They absolutely have the highest ceiling of those other teams outside of Boston, or at least equal with them. But they got to show me they can string some games together first.
So way too inconsistent. I'd probably agree with those rankings. Maybe a little. I think I'd still have the Knicks at 2.
Totally
Cavs
fair.
At 3, but
totally fair.
I like it.
Yeah.
West, Nuggets, Clippers,
Nuggets. Yeah. Then it's tough.
Timberwolves 3. Like that's after the Suns 3. Yeah. From there, it's kind of a mosh pit. But
I would say, I'd say Nuggets are 1, Clips 2, gap.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you say Minnesota 3, I'm not mad. OKC 3, I'm not mad. The Mavs are sneaky. They've won 7 of their last 10. Like they're a tricky team in the mix. Same with the Pelicans, have won 7 of 10. Same with Phoenix. It's just like, it's going to be really tough, whoever you have to play against to make it out of that Western Conference. So
100%.
Yeah. That's it for the NBA for me, though.
Yeah. I'm ready to dive on into this.
Let's
college March Madness. A little bit away, about a month away. Yeah. This season has been by far in my history the wildest college basketball season I've ever witnessed.
Without a doubt.
Numerous top 5 losses. Gotta be at this point in the season. I probably should have looked this up. Most top 25 losses in a season. Like it has been insane. Yeah. Normally around this point, I got a direction, a couple teams that I'm very confident in. I'm at base 0. Yeah. It's to me, records are 0-0. I'm lost.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
I got one bright spot.
Let them know.
And it is because last year,
let them know,
they were my original champion. My original bracket I filled out had this team as the champion. And the night before March Madness started, something hit me. I was feeling off. I changed my whole bracket, changed it up. And that original team I had was UConn. Now, I know I can hear it now. Moses, college teams will go back to back. That doesn't happen. That's rare, man. That doesn't exist. It's hard to do. College, man, 64 teams. You never know what's gonna happen. They blew out number 4 Marquette the other night by damn near 30. Largest margin of victory in a top 5 matchup in history since polls were created. Yeah. UConn, 24-2. Two tough losses. I'm pretty sure both were unranked losses, tough losses. You're who I'm rocking with right now. You're who I'm rocking with right now, man.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I looked up previous text messages. So I did the same thing as you. We both, the channel wasn't around, so we didn't get the opportunity to hype UConn up last year. I found an old text with my dad, November 27th. I am not going to lie to you. My favorite team to win a championship right now is UConn. They are incredible.
Of this year?
Last year. This
last year. Oh,
November. Last November, right?
That was early.
Yes. I had been on them all year. I was so excited. I'm like, this is the team. March rolls around. They're still that team. I'm feeling so good. But for some reason, my brain goes, I don't know. And I didn't know what it was, but I don't know. Let me relax. Let me not pick them. So I didn't. I had them going Elite 8. I'm trying to remember that bracket. I had them going Elite 8. So I still had them going far. But I was like, man, same thing. We filled out our initial brackets together. We were on FaceTime, and we both put UConn. And we were like, dope. And then my brain started spinning. And I picked Houston to win it last year, who all season I said were fraudulent. All season. And then for some reason, my brain said, hey, the team you've loved all year, kick them. The team you've been shaky on, have them win it all. And should have stuck with my gut. I won't make that same mistake this year. As of now, my number 1 team is UConn. And they're incredible. They're incredible.
Their offense, dude, is one of the better college offenses I've seen, like,
Yep.
just as a fan watching games. It is at times unstoppable. I mean, blew out a top 4 ranked team by damn near 30. Like
a 2 seed. They beat a 2 seed by 30.
Yeah. That
doesn't
happen.
Number 1. Yeah,
that does not happen. Yeah.
No. And they've been banged up. They've had some guys missing. They obviously lost Jordan Hawkins last year, and they are better. Like, that makes 0 sense. So it's the boring pick. They're 24-2. They're number 1. It's the number as of recording on February 18th. That's my pick. If I had to pick one, that's the one. They've been the most consistent every single year, or all year.
Yep. Little asterisk in my original saying. They lost to number 5 Kansas by 4 on December 1st. And then really bad loss, unranked Seton Hall by 15.
Yeah.
Happens, but little concern, but it has happened to every team this year.
Yep. Look
There's
at Purdue
no undefeated
today.
Squads.
No.
Today, Purdue. Bad
and
loss, bro.
I'm going to lump Purdue and Zona into one thing, because last year they were both bounced first round. Purdue by a 16 seed, Zona by a 15 seed, got kicked out round 1. What team are they this year come March? They're going to be 1 and 2 seeds again. Potentially they might both be 1s. Yeah. That's a real possibility. Are they going to respond? Are they going to go the Virginia approach and say, hey, we lost and now we're going to win a chip? Or is it going to be shakiness again? Putting it bluntly, I don't feel great about either of those teams winning a title. I think they could both be Elite 8. Yeah. Totally. Final 4. They could even make it to the chip. But if you've got to square either of them up against UConn, I'm picking UConn.
Yeah, I'm taking the Huskies.
So it's a crazy year. Kansas is so top heavy. For me, Kansas is not I don't want to say they're not a contender, but they're bottom 5, bottom 3 in college basketball in bench points. They're like 360th in the nation. They get nothing.
Teams are going to attack their starters, get them in foul trouble, and you're screwed.
What, like, hey, Kevin McCullough, hey, Hunter Dickinson, we are going to, if they get in foul trouble, if they get banged up, if they get, hurt, if anything happens, done. They don't have guys who can step up and kind of, hey, Hunter Dickinson's out, go out there and give me 5 minutes to your backup big, like hold it down, make an impact. They don't have that. And so they're just begging to be upset. Like it feels like, hey, Kansas, I'm not going to have them lose to a 15 seed.
Yep.
Regardless of who it is. But that next round, when you have to play a 7 seed or a 10 seed, there will be some thought for sure.
100%.
So it's weird. Houston is.
I was about to say, Houston's right there again.
Yeah, back at it.
They are back at it. They're,
dude. That's a good ball club. It's it's crazy that their first year in the Big 12, they're looking like they'll be a 1 seed. Like, that speaks to the program, and I commend them for that, because that's some real ball out there.
Normally transitions like that don't go smoothly, but no, they're clearly in the right spot.
Yep, absolutely.
I have such a love-hate relationship with Shaka Smart, man. I love the guy as a guy, as a coach.
Yep.
He's had, he had the big run with VCU, got him on the map. Since, man, he's had some really good teams, and they haven't been able to do anything. Unfortunately, Marquette this year is probably another case of that. I don't really bat an eye thinking, no, they're winning it.
Yeah.
Like they might win a first round game, second round game, Sweet 16, face a nice squad and get worked, dude. So
yeah,
not too confident with Marquette at all.
No, I feel the same. Where like I had Marquette in my Final Four last year. We talked about the Shaka stuff. I love Shaka. I really do. I love that Marquette team. They have a ton of the same great pieces from that team this year. But you just got smacked in the face by UConn. Like, this wasn't like a 5-point tough, gritty loss. You got cooked. Bad. So it's going to be really interesting. I think a team like Kentucky, their defense is so incredibly shaky. I think there's a ceiling on how far a team like that can go, and they've slid down the rankings a bit. Yeah. It's just going to be crazy. I will say the bubble is as every year. It's crazy. We got a lot going on. Your Boise State Broncos are the last 4 byes according to Lenardi, so you're sitting in the tournament comfortably.
Yep.
As of now, but the Mountain West is just cannibalizing itself. There's a lot of tournament team. Like there could be 6 teams.
Everyone's beating up on everyone. There's no clear cut. Like there's been some ranked teams. We haven't been ranked yet. San Diego State's been ranked. Colorado State's been ranked. New Mexico's been ranked. So yeah, everyone's just been beating up on each other. But this is the best Mountain West season in recent history, if not ever, for basketball. They're not really known as a basketball conference, and they showed out this year. It's been fun to be able to go to these games and see them live. So Eastern, bro. Let's flip it back your way, man.
Come on, man.
Eastern's locked.
Get the Big Sky done. Hey, look out! Listen, man. If they get in there, is like I'm not gonna name the team. I'm just gonna leave it at this. There's a 4 seed that if Eastern gets, let's just say I will be considering it. But yeah, they've obviously got to win the Big Sky. Which little hint here, we are going to predict every conference winner here in a couple weeks, right before conference tournaments start. Just make it a nice, fun March Madness kind of appetizer video. So we're excited to get into that. But yeah, the bubble is crazy. You got Gonzaga, who with the win over Kentucky is alive again.
Huge
Nevada, you got Utah. Nebraska is really getting it going this year.
I think they should be in, bro.
I think so too.
Like they've had some crazy upsets. Like they beat Purdue earlier in the year when they were, I believe, still undefeated. They were the first ranked team in the nation. They upset someone else recently. Who's in their conference, bro? That's ranked.
Yeah, let's see.
They've had a couple really great, as an unranked team victories. So win a couple of your conference tourney games and get one of those last spots. But
it's that. I was watching Colorado against USC last night. It was an incredible game. USC super disappointing. They didn't stick this year. They were a team going into this year who the hype was so high. It's like this could be an Elite 8 Final Four team, and they're now 10-16. They were up 14 against Colorado, who was on the bubble, and Colorado came all the way back at USC, won it in double overtime. It was awesome. KJ Simpson for Colorado, hooper.
That team was ranked for a while, right? To start the year.
Yeah, and they've fallen out. Like if they put out the bracket today, they're not in. Yeah. But the win last night, it keeps them alive. All they got to do, all you can hope for as a team is to have control of your own destiny in mid-February going into March.
And they do.
Colorado does. Seton Hall is a team that does. Gonzaga, Ole Miss is a team. TCU, all those teams. I really want Wake Forest to make it. They're the team where I'm like, I'd love to see Hunter Salas, a former Zag who has blossomed
Where was
into
that
it.
at? Where was
Yeah.
that at? Yeah.
Yeah, he just needed to transfer and unlock his game, have a bigger role. Now he looks like an NBA guy, and I love to see those NBA guys, a guy who in college is putting up like 19, 20 a game, who then goes into March Madness as like an 11 seed that you don't want to mess with.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a crazy next couple weeks for college hoops.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm just looking, dude, the Southeastern Conference probably's got 6 teams. If Ole Miss gets in set, like, it's these conference tourneys are gonna be so crazy, dude.
It's going to be wild. We got WSU 12 killing it. You and I both saw the WSU Boise State game, and that's dope because those are 2 tournament teams right now. Like that we got to see do battle.
Little preseason, early season preview.
Yes. So
March. Yeah.
They look, WSU looks good, like a real team that could be an 8-9 seed, catch a 1 seed in the second round potentially. And you know, there's a lot there. But as you said, coming back to the start, I don't feel too confident about any team.
Anyone. I'm throwing blindly at a dartboard, to be honest. UConn's big dub helped me out, because without that, I wouldn't have known what to say for this video. So
without a doubt.
Shout out Dan Hurley. Big Dan Hurley fan. Yeah.
It's there's so many just like teams that I normally, kind of like you said, at this point in the year, I'm gravitating towards like 5 to 10 teams where I'm like, okay, I still haven't gotten that. I'm like trying to find it, and it's not easy right now.
It's tough, but these next few weeks, man,
this is what it comes down to.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're gonna have so much March Madness content. It will be awesome. It is my favorite time for hoops.
Yeah,
my favorite.
Yeah, it's got to be 64, 68 teams. Doing battle. For 1 title. It's pretty spectacular. So
all the upsets, 1 game, just who's the best.
Oh, that Saturday, that Thursday through Sunday of games,
so elite.
Zay, we got to talk after this, bro. I think we got to go to. I think we have to. Pull up. I was looking at prices, a little expensive, but that we're watching 8 to 10 hoop games all day. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to make that happen.
Might have to tap in. Yeah, no, I'm excited, man, and this year is going to be, it's March Madness. We say it every year. Anything can happen, dude. It would not surprise me if an 8 seed won it this year.
This is the year. This is like literally, it is wide open.
Yeah,
come and take it.
It's gonna be scary, dude. I'm very excited, but this was kind of just like a little segment to get y'all ready.
The minds going, the thoughts flowing. Give y'all a chance to take a look, see if you disagree with us, agree with us.
Yeah.
So let us know, man.
Let us know who your pick this mid-February is, because who knows, in a month from now, when we're really posting these videos about filling out our brackets, naming our champ, maybe there are a couple teams that all of a sudden you're like, no, I feel good. I like that. But no, I've got to trust my gut. UConn last year taught me I got to follow that intuition.
I'm gonna fill out 1 bracket when it's time. I say this every year, but I'm holding myself to this. I might not do it right away. I might wait a couple days, let it build, sleep on it, eat on it. When the time is right, when I'm feeling it, I'm filling it out once. Obviously, I'll make random ones because it's just fun to fill out brackets.
Yeah, you have to.
But I am dedicating 1 single go through for the official Moses Firmino March Madness bracket.
I love it.
So excited. So excited.
Can't wait. So yeah, got plenty of that content coming in the next month. We're getting closer and closer every day. So lots of good hoops left and lots of good hoop talk to come. So
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Baseball loading, like we said, for Friday.
Oh my goodness.
Stay tuned for that. Zay and I were just talking before, like we didn't realize games start this week. Like,
yeah,
we knew players reported earlier last week, pitchers, catchers, and everyone. And then I thought it was a couple of weeks where they were just getting ready, but I guess it's a week and a half, go time. So
we're locked, baby.
Stay tuned.
I'm ready.
I need, hopefully the Red Sox make a move by the time we record, because my energy might not be where it needs to be, but I'll try and turn that frown upside down.
Yeah. At least, you know, and I guess for my Mariners, I hope the moves they did make pan out.
We're enough.
Yes, we're enough to get it done, man. I'm gonna stop here. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when it happens, because we're gonna spiral for another 20 minutes. Let's save it. But yeah, MLB content coming soon, more college basketball content, obviously plenty of NBA content, getting ready for the playoffs and our picks and everything like that. But man, this is like the best time. Everything is getting hot right now, so we're excited.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, man,
they know what time.
Take it away. Give the people what they want.
Song of the pod. This time around, I have The Champ by Ghostface Killah, my favorite Wu-Tang Clan member. I've always loved Ghostface, his delivery, his cadence, his beat selection. That's my guy. Iconic song. Love the instrumental. So that's what we got. That's what we got going into this 4-day week.
Love it
for y'all.
Love
Come on. What do you got?
As for me, I might have done this song before very early on.
Oh, snap.
So I could be doubling up here. Sorry if that's the case. But that just shows you how much I enjoy this song.
Yep.
How much of a solid song it is. It's by my man Gunna. Back to the Moon. Classic.
Great song.
Classic off of how did I just forget that? What's that album called? Oh my gosh. Holy. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Sorry guys. Hold on. Good job, Mo. Good job, Mo.
We're locked.
A Gift and a Curse. I think this is my
latest one.
Yep, most latest, fresh off the case, fresh off all the stuff. He's just flowing. The beat is really fire. His lyrics are solid. He's talking his talk.
Yeah, floating.
Back to the Moon.
No Schoolboy Q. Come on.
No. But
come on.
I want y'all to get back to the moon this week.
Come on.
Get after it. Turn up.
Love it.
Get your stuff done.
Come on.
And live to see another day. Thrive, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on.
We thank you.
Absolutely.
Let us know what you got. NBA, March Madness, anything. Let us know.
We're locked. Locked.
We appreciate it. Support as always. We love you. We thank you. And we will see you this Friday with some MLB content.
Come on, baby.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all then, everyone.
See y'all.
Thank you.